Good morning, friends. Happy Wednesday morning. Happy hump day. Woo woo. So I had a bit of a sleep in today. It was so nice. I have to go for blood work and I have to be there. It doesn't open until 7:30 and it's like legit down the street for me. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to sleep in a smidge, and then, because I told you guys I wanted to make sure that I was coming live and telling you about every different item that's on sale. And for me, this is a big one, and I feel like this could be one that sells out. So I wanted to jump on it first thing this morning. So you guys know I'm obsessed with this foundation. So this complexion palette is on sale today. So you can get a foundation and two concealers for $74. It's regular $96. So you're saving $22. So let me show you what it looks like to actually apply foundation. So I first prime my face. So I did use our priming spray. This is kind of a cool technology. So it's also gonna have like a time release. So it's gonna be amazing for when it's really hot, when you're in the office all day, different temperatures. So this is what I personally love to use. Alternatively, when I know that I will wear SPF, but when I know I'm really gonna be outside, then I use our SPF primer, which is also amazing. So I use a couple of different brushes. So I use this brush. This is a bigger one, but I really do love this tiny little brush too. So I use them both and I just interchange them. But I want to show you guys. So this is my, I call it my winter shade. This is number 25 because I have a tan here and you'll see what I mean. Like it doesn't look like it should match me, but it does. So I just grab a little bit on my brush and I'm just going to go in here and I'm just going to lightly buffer it out here. So I always start in the middle of my face because as you can see, that's where most of the discoloration is, right? In this area. And then as we move towards down here, it's gonna be the same color as my neck. So again, we're gonna go and grab a little bit of product and I'm just gonna gently kind of buffer and massage with the lightest touch, right? Like we don't wanna be heavy-handed with this. And I personally don't like the look of a super caked on foundation. And that is something that I really love about this product is you guys have seen me and heard me talk about it a million times, is that this is a wax-based product. So as I leave it on my skin and I start to kind of move it around, it is warming up and it is going on like butter. So it's one of those products that it only gets better as you let it sit on your skin. It's so amazing. So it's also 50% pigmented. And now why that matters is it means that it's not going to change color, right? When you have a product that has a ton of fillers and parabens and all that gross stuff, it means that it's going to change color when it hits the air. It's called oxidization. So this product is specifically designed actually for Broadway. So our foundation is an RCMA product, and that is a Registered Council of Makeup Artists. This is literally the best foundation you can get. It's primarily used originally through Alcone. It was used for, like I said, Broadway, for stage production, for Hollywood, because this product can also withstand high heat. So it is meant for people that are going to be under stage lights for hours upon hours. And I know, again, you're probably just like, Liz, why does that matter to me? Well, you've been around lately. It is hella hot outside. You are essentially in the tropics. So you want a product that isn't going to melt away. You want something that's going to withstand the high heat, high pressure. It offers the fullest coverage with the littlest amount of application. I barely put anything on, you guys. It is so natural, but it just helps give me that, kind of an all over evening of my skin tone, if you will. So it doesn't, I didn't do enough to completely cover my dark spots yet, but this is just such a super light shade, or light coating almost. I'm confident that if I had to put more on, I would have gotten more coverage, which would be cool. But I want to also show you and explain to you the benefit of concealers. So our concealers are actually waterproof. So they are water resistant. I use a couple of other ones. So like I said, in the complexion palette, you're going to get your foundation, two concealers. This one here has a bit of a green undertone. This is concealer number 1, and this is concealer number 2. So this one has a bit of a green undertone, so it's really good for covering up any redness. So say you have an outbreak, you have a little bit of an acne, or you have like red spots on your face. Sometimes your little like birthmarks and stuff can have like a red undertone to them. This one here is really good for like a general all over coverage. So sometimes I will use this on days that I don't feel like actually putting foundation on. I will actually put this one on the majority of my face. So what is this here? I was wondering, I wasn't sure if that was my camera or my face. So, okay. So what I'm gonna do is this one here is Concealer Zero, and this is good for under eyes. So what I do is you can just use your pinky, your ring finger, any finger you want. So I just take a little bit and I'm gonna put it right in here. And then I'm gonna put a little bit over here. So it's gonna give a lifting look. So again, super natural. This is actually, our concealers are made by a company called Kryolan, and they're out of Berlin, Germany. And they are actually one of the top producing companies for special effects makeup. So makeup that is meant to last forever, right? Especially when you're like in those costumes and stuff. And then our concealer was actually originally designed for burn victims. So they are the people that needed product that had a full coverage, right? Because they had some scars that they wanted to cover up. But it was also meant that they didn't want it to be super heavy. They wanted it to be extra lightweight because, well, you don't want to have to worry about, you know, it kind of like weighing down or affecting the healing process for those kinds of scars. So now I've just taken my Concealer 6 and I've just blended it out, and now it creates a contoured look. So this is a product I really love to use to create that contour. Super, super easy, right? We're just basically following our cheekbone, our natural cheekbone. So again, it's created like, instead of using bronzer, I just use the number 6 concealer, because then it creates that natural contour. And then I did just have the brush, so I'm gonna go back in with this one here, because we've already used it. And now that the concealer has warmed up, I'm just gonna take it and I'm just gonna kind of blend it all through here. And again, it looks like I'm probably pressing really hard, but I should probably pull back. And I'm just like the lightest of applications. So you can see that my under eye looks much brighter and it feels lifted, right? So one thing that they've taught us not to do anymore, no more triangles, you guys, because the triangle actually pulls your face down. It doesn't give you the lift that you want, especially as we get a bit older, right? So I know for myself, I'm gonna take all the lift I can get. So again, we just kind of blend and keep it on an upward angle. And then if you have dark circles in here, you really can work to color correct. Number 13 eyeshadow is really good for color correcting. On days that I really, really, really want to cover up this spot, I will actually put our number 13. I'll show what it looks like. It is this one right here. It has more of an orangey undertone. It kind of looks like a pinky color, but it's like an orangey red. So if you happen to have an orangey red eyeshadow at home and you have dark spots, dark circles, any melasma that you want to cover up, you can actually color correct as you're going with that. So that's a fun little trick as well. But that's like, I don't love putting that on because then it adds layers, right? So then it starts to look maybe like if you're not applying it properly or you're not letting the layers sit, then it can sometimes look like you've got a ton of makeup on. But that's it, you guys. That's all I wanted to show you. I just wanted to show you how easy this complexion palette is to work with. And a couple of my recommendations would be your setting and priming sprays to include with it. So I like to use the priming spray, and I actually do multiple swaths of it. So I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna let it sit. So this, again, these sprays were actually designed by a company called Scandinavia, and it took them 3 years to create these nozzles. The idea behind it is that every spray, so every time you push this, the nozzle is gonna properly release and it's gonna properly separate so that it's gonna get all of the areas, and every particle is gonna have the exact amount of product you need in it. So it's really amazing. They actually use the same technology and same nozzle that our Make Off Remover spray uses. And then for the new product that we have launching, I don't know when it's gonna be. It might be October, it might be January. I've heard there's some issues with the bottle that it's coming in. I think I've already told you guys this, but we actually have an aluminum-free deodorant that's launching. and it's a spray deodorant because they wanted the exact same thing. They wanted the time release technology. They wanted something that was going to go onto the skin cool. They wanted something that was also, like, to me, it also seems a little bit more hygienic because, like, you're rolling in your underarms, like, and who knows what else is in there. Now it keeps going back onto your deodorant. So unless you're wiping it off every day, which I'm sure should not. So it's like an actual spray deodorant. I have samples coming and I'm so excited about it. So anyways, they put so much effort into it, and I absolutely love everything they do. A couple of amazing brushes that I personally really like is the number 18. This is a really good versatile brush because you guys know that I love talking about versatility. So this one here is really good because it is a dual fiber. Kat Aragon actually created these brushes, and she did it so that this brush can then in turn, after I've just applied my wax base, my creams, whatever, I can still go and use it on my powders. So I can still go, and I'll see if I have it with me. I have a setting powder, so my translucent powder. So what I can do is I can now just go right in, and I can come in here, and I can still set my makeup, right? Because you guys, if you're like me and you get a little oily in some areas, especially with masks, right? But see, what I love about the foundation is that it actually has such a healthy glow to it. But anyways, so if there's spots that you're like, oh, I just don't love how shiny my face is, you can use this brush for that too. This brush would also work. This is actually meant because the idea is that you can get a bigger surface area when you use this brush. I like this one a little bit more because I can get into those fine areas like around the eyes, but we have multiple different foundation brushes. This is a really good flat brush. As you can see here, I just washed it. It's a flat brush. So if you are someone that suffers from a little bit of flaking on your skin, that's like me. When I change seasonally, my skin starts to flake like in here. It'll get flaky, like dry in here. So you don't want to use one of those big fluffy brushes because all you're going to do is swirl around the skin that isn't laying flat. So using this kind of brush, you just take some of your products, so you would go like this, and you come back and you're just gonna go with the skin, and you're just gonna gently apply it all over your skin, kind of in a downward motion, not to disturb the skin that is still dry and flaky. But yeah, so that's it, you guys. I just wanted to show you the complexion palette. They're on sale starting at 2 o'clock today. They are easily going to be your best bet because 46 and 32 respectively. So what is that? 64 plus 46. So you're already looking at like $110. But originally the complexion palette bundles for $96. It's on sale for $74. So you're saving $22 from the sale, the like bundle price, but you're saving like $40 on this whole thing. If you were to buy them all separately, you would spend an extra $40. So anyways, I just think it's a super good deal. I'm a strong advocate for this complexion palette because, well, you guys know I love the foundation and I love the concealer. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, Liz, I don't wear foundation. Well, but I can guarantee you put something on your face to color correct it. I can guarantee that you're using a powder of some sort. So I would love for you to give this foundation a try because trust me, you won't look back. I have never had anyone disappointed with it. I've actually had people that have gotten the HD powders and they're like, yeah, this isn't for me. Can I try the foundation? And then they've loved the foundation. So just something to say, that's my personal recommendation. But I'm going to go finish putting the rest of my face on, and then I'm going to go for blood work, and then I'm going to head to the office. But I just want to get in touch with you guys early in the morning because it's finally bright enough out that I didn't have to use my ring light. Because the other day when I went live, it was like super dark out, right? Because it was only like 6:15 in the morning. But now the sun is shining. It looks super smoky out though. Just looking out, it's like the sun isn't like full force. It's like it's hiding. It's hiding behind a smoke cloak. So anyways, I love you guys big, and if you have any questions or if you want to know what the other products are for the sale, because I am doing kind of like one a day, I did a big live a couple days ago talking about all of the items that were on sale, but you can message me for more details if you want. Anyways, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.